What's up, everybody? This is Domingo here on Network, and today's video we're going to be doing, guys, I'm going to do a review of Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, Season 1, Episode 20. Of course, and the name of this episode is called The Hidden Village for Half Demons. And, of course, you can also watch Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, available now on Hulu, crunchyroll, and funimation. Of course, Yashahime, Princess Half Demon is the sequel to Inuyasha and Inuyasha the Final Act. So let's get this started. So here we go. We're going to review Season 1, Episode 20. Here we go. So Setsuna opens up to Toa about a hidden village for half-demons where she was raised for most of her childhood since the day of the forest fire. Toa decides to follow Setsuna to somewhere far away in the mountains, even though Setsuna did not plan for her to come along. Setsuna tells Toa that she is making her rounds, and Toa is questioning why they are walking so deep in the mountains. When Toa asks, "Oh, where are they?" Setsuna responds by saying, "There's nothing here. That's how it's supposed to be." And taking the seat of the controversy placed rock, Setsuna begins to tell Toa a story and starts the story off by saying, "The earliest memory I have is the views of the burned up forest." Toa realized it was a memory from after the forest fire, after when they got separated at 4 years old. And Setsuna says she was raised in the area they are right now for a while, ever since Toa felt sorry for not knowing anything and wanted to give her ugly, but Setsuna stopped her and tell Toa she was raised in by Miss Shirori, and was with other children as well. So Setsuna explains to Toa that they are in a hidden village made for half-demons created by Miss Shirori. After the forest fire, Setsuna explains that she couldn't do anything but the familiar voice, who she can't make it out right now took her to the mountains of the hidden half-demon village. As the audience, was given a flashback of Setsuna when she was 4 years old, and it was Jakin and Aeon who took her to the half-demon village. Survive and live are the last words Setsuna hears from Jakin as he takes off, and she's greeted by the half-demon children who is residing in the hidden village as well. And as the barrier into the hidden village, the two half-demon children realize Setsuna is also a half-demon. But Setsuna, for the most part, would say little to no words back to the half-demon children. Miss Shiryu, granted Setsuna asking if she was okay, and Setsuna gave her a written scripture as she was ordered to give, saying that please look after her, Shiori. So Shiori tells Setsuna that she seems to be tying a strange destiny and welcomes her to the hidden village of the half-demons. Setsuna tells Toa that Miss Shiori was a half-demon from the demon bat tribe and had the power to create barriers. Shiori had the power to create a barrier for the half-demon village to keep it hidden and protect the peace of the village. The two half-demon children she was greeted early introduced them to Senna. The green-haired child's name is Fluta, and the light pink-haired child's name is Radia. So Fluta and Radia asks Setsuna what happened to her parents, and Setsuna tells her she doesn't know. They were also told her that her parents have been killed. So Fluta's parents was killed by humans, and Radita's parents was killed by demons. They tell Setsuna it's kind of a big deal that she doesn't know her parents. So Setsuna continues to her story, saying that she got used to living in the village pretty fast during the day. She would get her food at the night. They would hide at this village growing up. So Setsuna learns how to read and write and count numbers. Also, by the looks of the flashback, she already taught Setsuna how to write hers too. Setsuna will have items addressing to her, but it's not known who addressed it for her. I could imagine, it would be showing Jakin. It was a mystery, but it's still a mystery to me, though. So the items, order her to cut the winds and cut water, and Setsuna train herself to successfully do both with her small blade. One night, some priestess demons who made their way into the mountain and waited for half demons to emerge from Shiori's barrier. Setsuna, Futa, and Radita used their powers to slay the demons since they wouldn't leave, so Futa used a wind sight attack and Radita used a thunder attack, and Setsuna used her swords of swallow attack. Still 4 years old, after Rejoice, Setsuna took notice and that Miss Shiori always seems sad, and even though Shiori understood that they had to kill those enemies, Setsuna thought deep down Shiori wished for the world to be different. One night, Shiori was given the word one of her bats that the Athenian child was suffering all alone in the forest in the east. She then used some sort of language between her and the bat, and Shiori told Setsuna that she loves it. They decided to come to the village. 6 years later, after living in the village, a letter arrived for Setsuna telling her to return to the place where she was born. So Kage's village. Hello, Kage's village. Shiori informed Setsuna that she'll have to live there from now on, but Setsuna didn't want to leave because she's liking it to have the events. Shiori tells Setsuna that it's not a bad idea to get to know human society as well. So Setsuna's 10-year-old. So Setsuna, 10 years old, ended up in Kage's village where she realized after beating up some bandits who were patrolling in the area that she rather returned to have the events with Shiori. Setsuna must have felt that she does not belong living among humans at the time. So Miss Shiori welcomes her back to the village without asking any questions. Setsuna found Miss Shiori's village to be peaceful and intended to stay there for the rest of her life, being that Miss Shiori was a half-demon too. She tends to lose her demon powers during certain times. Shiori's time of weakness is during the solar eclipse, where she gets turned into a human. When Shiori lost her demon power, the barrier around the half-demon is awakened as well. Setsuna continues the story and tells her that the demon name is Gaga Gozen, planned for the day of a solar eclipse and appear before them all, which happens 3 years ago. Setsuna is 11 years old here. Miss Shiori tells Setsuna that she'll be losing her powers soon and hopes that nothing happens to Futa and Radita. Inform Miss Shiori that some samurai have come around the demons, Gaga Gozen, and his few comrades are approaching the half-demon village and planning to eat the half-demons. So Gaga Gozen was who originally carries the blade, but that Setsuna is now used in the present. So Monk Moroku and Kachi and Hachi are keeping a low profile and spying on the demons. Hachi tells Moroku that they can't possibly defeat those demons by themselves. They should go back and get help. Moroku tells Hachi that because the demon Gaga Gozen has been eating 100 samurais, they should look for an opening and slay him as quickly as possible. So Setsuna, Futa, and Radita are also keeping a low profile and spying on the samurai, but Setsuna can smell that they are not samurais but rather demons. Futa and Radita are impressed with Setsuna's camera smell. Setsuna tells Futa and Radita with that with demons they're planning to eat or kill the half-demons. Futa and Radita are worried because Miss Shiori won't have her demon powers, and Setsuna finds it annoying that the demon may have known that the solar eclipse is happening and decided to come to the village. The solar eclipse takes effect, and Shiori transformed from a half-demon to a human. So Gaga Gozen is aware that one of the who pick up a barrier around the half-demon village lose their minds during the solar eclipse. The barrier disappeared before Gaga Gozen and his comrade can enter, and Futa Radita stopped them from attacking and comes dashing towards and attempts to fight him with a small blade. But Yogajori Nagiros, the cameraman Susu, no, Tomi breaks Setsuna's blade, and Gaga swings his knuckles towards Sensei, but Sensei dodges all of his swing. Moroku comes in to attack Gaga goes in, but both Moroku's stab and the Gaga goes in and Nagaraka cross each other. So Shiori watches from a distance, and by the looks of it, she recognizes who Moroku is, since they had previously met years ago in episode 73 of Inuyasha. So Futan and Renika attack the rest of the Gagas, the comrades, and the only demons left is Gaga himself, who was in the battle with Moroku. You see Gaga forcefully pushes Moroku back, and then blows a smoke of poison towards Futan, Renika, and Setsuna. Futan and Renika are being burned by Gaga poison and runs to Miss Shiori. Setsuna holds her breath and easily runs to the fog of poison and directly kicks Gaga Gozen. So Gaga Gozen entangles Setsuna with webs sheared from his mouth, and Setsuna is left on the ground and unable to move or speak. So Gaga Rosalie Setsuna on the ground and walks towards Shiori, Futan, and Renika to eat them. So Futan and Renika use their attacks against Gaga Gozen to protect Miss Shiori, but Gaga Gozen blocks their attacks. Miss Shiori then covers Futan and Renika to protect them. Setsuna breaks free from the webs with her face completely changed and dictate that her full demon blood has taken over her body. Gaga Gozen is amused and doubts that Setsuna could ever defeat him, but Setsuna quickly shuts him up and defeats him with her claws. Miss Shiori, Futan, and Renika think that they are safe now since Setsuna defeated Gaga Gozen, but with Setsuna in her full demon form, she's intensely gazed towards the three, unable to think clearly. Moroku quickly sees that Setsuna's demon blood isn't settled down, nor can she quell it. Setsuna yells Moroku to go away and die, and furiously attack him over and over again with her claws, but while Moroku does the best to block her attacks with his staff, Setsuna eventually separates Moroku from the staff, and once Moroku is unable to protect herself, Setsuna intends to kill Moroku with her claws, but before she was able to do Miss Shiori grabs to stop her from hurting Moroku. Shiori expects her to stop fighting and tell her to calm down. But since the rebels and knocks Shiori back, Moroku comes in to catch Setsuna and presses her in the center, pseudonym against her mouth and nose to knock her out. The sensor is affected against Setsuna due to her niece's sense of smell. Finally, the soul of the eclipse comes to an end, and Shiori is transferred back into her usual half-demon self. Setsuna is laid down unconscious while Futan, Renika, and Hachi and Shiori surround her. Moroku brings the Nakaneta that is used by Gaga Gozen and lay it on top of Setsuna. Moroku applies a seal that will suppress her demon blood and says that the Naginata will act as a medium. Shiori takes Setsuna's hand and makes her hold the Naginata laying on top of her. So Moroku chants the seal saying, on meeting on an entrance, slaying the entrance, on meeting your parents, slay your parents. You know that the light to your path lies there. After Moroku appeals to seal, Setsuna's face returns to normal, and Moroku tells Shiori and the other Setsuna is demon blood is too powerful in her half-demon body. Shiori eventually asks Moroku if it's him after recognizing him earlier, and Moroku confirms to her. Moroku tells Shiori that she's grown up beautifully and she's in a good health. She also asks her if her mother is around, but Shiori tells her that she sadly passed away due to an illness. Moroku responds by saying it is the faith of human, I'm afraid. Sometimes after Moroku left, Miss Shiori told Setsuna to leave the village. Miss Shiori told Setsuna that she is no longer weak, where she has to live in hiding and living on the outside world for her own sake. Renika tells her to take care. Shiori reminds her that they will eventually have to leave the village too, but Setsuna is leaving a bit earlier than everyone else. So Futan and Renika begin crying, saying that they don't want to leave. showing access before she leaves to tell any half demon child that she meets who is in trouble by our village. Sensei says very says she will. Sensei goes to Kaeda's village where she was invited to join the demon city but never knew that Moroku was Hisui's father. So Towa now sees that the Nakatara that Setsuna carried with her was a spoil from a battle. Setsuna tells Towa that it's a Cuban-made piece that she used with the appreciation, while it is also sealed to her demon power. Towa takes a seat next to Setsuna and teases her for a bit, asking how come she did so much talking about today, and says the teacher by saying that Miss Shironi told her that in form of any trouble half demon charms about the half demon village. Towa tells Setsuna that she's not in trouble, nor she is a child, and Setsuna laughs. Setsuna sets two demons approaching the half demon villains, and the demons plan on fighting and eating the half demon scene for the village. Setsuna use her Nakatoras to cut one demon and cuts the horns of the other one. Setsuna threatens the demon by telling them she killed them if they approach them in his village again. Setsuna hopes that these things can quiet down a little bit despite some demons finding their way to the half demon village. Towa asks Setsuna if she will protect the village for a while. Setsuna tells her sometimes whenever she has time on her hands. Towa especially that this place holds sentimental value for Setsuna. Setsuna call upon Kirana and transform, and the girls leave the village while Shiori watches them leave and gives her thanks to Setsuna. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of Yashahime and Princess Hat Demon Season 1, Episode 20. And I gotta say, Season 1, Episode 20 is actually a really good episode. I actually enjoyed this episode, the flashbacks, what's going on with Setsuna when she was growing up in the half demon village and all this stuff. This, talking about, Setsuna's backstory, and not to mention blading and the cameos and all that stuff. It's really fun. I thought this episode was one of the good episodes, and I actually loved this episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes. I actually loved Season 1, Episode 20. I thought this show was really, really great. I loved this. It was pretty cool. Focusing on the characters, the storytelling itself, and it's amazing. I love it. So, Episode 20, it's a great episode. I definitely recommend watching it. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. So don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, post your comments in the comment section below, and tell me what you think about Yashahime Princess Hat Demon Season 1, Episode 20. Do you like this episode? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. So this is the Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye, everyone, and Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.